SoFi stock is selling off right now, guys. It's down a little bit over 7%. Actually, now it's down about 7.5%, and we'll break down my thoughts on this in this video. We'll do an update on the charts, key levels that I'm looking at, and honestly, this does not surprise me. So we have a lot to go over in this video, but before we do that, don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe. We're almost at 30,000 subs, guys. If you like the channel, of course, if you don't like the content, hit the dislike button and leave for all I care, guys. But yeah, if you guys like the content, feel free to subscribe, and you might as well get your free money for Moomoo, up to 16 stocks, each up to $2,000. All the details are linked down below. We'll talk more about that later, and with that being said, cheers, let's dive into it. So you guys probably remember SoFi reported earnings yesterday. It's hard to forget that. I mean, the stock went up 20%, right? Over 20%, I believe, yesterday, and it hit $11.70 at its peak. So today, guys, it is giving back some of those gains. Again, we went up 20% yesterday. We're now down 7%. Basic math, guys, we're still up 13% from where we were 2 days ago. So overall, even though we're selling off, the stock's getting beaten down today, it is still doing very well. And to be honest, which you'll see as we, pull back the layers a bit here and look at different time frames, this is a very healthy pullback, and it's healthy overall that this is happening right now for SoFi stock. So it's down 83 cents to be exact, 7.3% on the dot pretty much, and it's now at 1060 when again yesterday it hit 1170. So now overall, percentage-wise, we are down about 9.5% from that high, which is a pretty good chunk. But again, we're still up 13% from where we were a couple of days ago. And you guys can see on the 5-day, 5-minute, check this out. Are we not seeing, an uptrend still holding? Yes, we are. Are we not still above the highs from last week? We are, guys. So the bulls clearly, even though we're pulling back, I'm trying to paint this picture, are still in charge. And if I pull up the 10-day, 30-minute chart, let me show you guys this. We're still above the 180 SMA. We still have a golden cross clearly, and we're still holding above this spot. Let me actually draw a trend line out here to make it easier for you guys, to make it, better visually. You guys can see really ever since the middle of July, even before that, we were struggling to break above $10, right? We tested it time and time again, here, and then we ran right through it. Obviously, yesterday we got to 1170. Now we're pulling back, and we're still well above $10. And in my eyes, as long as the bulls hold above $10, SoFi is going to be the bulls are going to be in charge, right? That's kind of what I'm trying to get at here. We're clearly above the 180 SMA, and again, we're above $10. Bulls are looking pretty good. And if I pull up, let's say, the 20-day chart, now we're above both moving averages on this time frame. We also have a golden cross, which is phenomenal, and again, you can see we're above $10 very clearly. So this pullback, what I'm trying to get at here, guys, was needed, right? We got way too hot, way too overbought. And did I not say that in my video yesterday? I said yesterday that I was not chasing SoFi. There's no shot I was chasing it at 12, 1150. But if it were to pull back 10 to 1050, that's where I would consider it. And full disclosure, I haven't bought the dip here yet, but I'm looking at it, and it's playing out like we talked about, right? Down to about 10-10.50. And now, guys, let's see what the bulls are really made of, right? Let's see what the bulls are made of. Do they come in? Do the buyers come in at 10-10.50, or do we run through that or fall through that and fall under the moving averages, which honestly, I don't think personally that's going to happen. I could be wrong. I don't know. But it's the moment of truth here at 10-10.50. And check out this 4-hour chart, guys. You'll see how stretched SoFi ended up getting yesterday, which you all know at this point. You all saw it for yourselves. But SoFi got really stretched when it hit $11.70, almost $12, and this pullback was needed. And here we are, guys, getting the pullback, and we're still well above the moving averages on this 4-hour chart. And if you guys remember, I called out an ascending triangle on SoFi. I believe that was before the earnings. That was on the weekend, I believe, or on Saturday I made the SoFi video. I forget, Saturday or Sunday. Either way, we called this out, the ascending triangle, which that played out after earnings. We got the breakout to 1170, and now again, this gives you a better visual. We're now pulling back down to about $10, which has been resistance for a couple of weeks now, right? Pretty much almost 2 months, about a month and a half. We peaked out at about 10, 20 back in the middle of June. We obviously hit there, all throughout the end of July. So now that we broke out of it and we're pulling back towards $10, this needs to hold. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. And if you have not hit the like button yet, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe, guys. We're so close. We're almost at 30,000 subs. That's the next milestone. We're almost there. So make sure to subscribe and let's see quickly what some other stocks are doing. I know that AMD's after the bell today, which when you're watching this, it probably is after the bell. So AMD's earnings are now out. But right now when I'm filming, it's about 2:30 p.m. So we do have about an hour and 30 minutes left in the session. But in the morning, we did have a lot of companies report earnings. I believe Uber was in the morning. Let me pull them up and see. And their stock is down 6%. So let me quickly break down Uber's earnings quickly here, guys. Let's see what they ended up doing. It looks like they did sales that missed, 9.2 billion versus 9.32 billion expected. So they missed on that. And it looks like here EPS came in at 18 cents. I'm not sure what the estimate was on that, but it looks like adjusted EPS was 2 cents, which beat the negative 1 cent expected. That's good. And it looks like gross bookings, they see them for Q3 at around $34 to $35 billion. Not too bad. So mixed bag earnings there for Uber, which, mind you guys, ran up pretty aggressively into earnings. I mean, guys, this stock just about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, was about $42, and it ran all the way to $50 before earnings. So that was way too big of a move, and now we're starting to sell off. And the crazy thing is, which is not really surprising looking at the chart here, the bulls are still in charge, even with this pullback of now 6.5% on Uber stock. So let's see if we, maybe bounce off of the mid 40, 180 SMA here on the 4-hour chart. That'd be a spot that I'm looking out for here on this stock. Let me see what else ended up. I think Norwegian, NCLH ended up reporting this morning, and my goodness, guys, is their stock getting destroyed. And if you've been watching and tracking the cruise lines, these stocks have just been on fire. I mean, CCL, they reported, a month ago, I think, or a couple of weeks ago, and their stock just ballooned after that. Let me see. When did they report? In the end of June. So about a month ago, a little over a month ago, they reported, and their stock ballooned from around 15 to $20 after earnings. Now it's pulling back a little bit on the day. It went down 5% as now NCLH reported, and their stock was going up as well. I mean, look, NCLH in the end of April was $12. It ran all the way to $23 just, I think, this morning, or was that yesterday, in anticipation of earnings. I mean, that move is insane, and you guys can see it hit a low of the day, or a low on the day, of 1838, which was a drop of 20% from the high in the pre-market, it looks like, which hit right before earnings actually came out. So let me see what they did, guys, and we'll wrap up the video. It looks like they ended up doing EPS of 30 cents, which beat the 27-cent expected, and it looks like here they beat on sales, 2.21 billion versus 2.18 billion expected. So double beat there for Norwegian Cruise Line, which is interesting. I wonder why their stock is falling. Let me see here, guys. Anything on guidance? Let's see. Cruise line earnings aren't quite good enough. This Barron's article, that's their headline, which maybe is the reason why, guys. Sometimes they might beat on EPS, revenue, guidance could be strong, but the stock just ran up way too much into the earnings that, the earnings weren't that great to maintain those gains. Sometimes we need to see a healthy pullback, and that's kind of what we're getting here in NCLH, and honestly, a lot of other stocks that I'm noticing, Uber, and we could talk about a lot of other ones. Obviously Sofi, which they reported yesterday. Now we're getting a healthy pullback. This is happening with a lot of these names, which is good, guys. At the end of the day, we don't want to see stocks rip 10% every day. Sure, it's nice, it's great, but in the grand scheme of things, it is not sustainable it just needs to pull back sometimes. That's the reality of the matter. So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to get up to 16 stocks for Moomoo. Just use that link down below. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks right off the bat. And fund it with at least $1,000. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And fund it with at least $5,000. On top of those 15 stocks, you also get a free share of either Tesla stock or Expedia stock, which makes this a no-brainer. So use that link down below. And of course, full disclosure, that is an affiliate link. It helps out the channel. I appreciate you guys as always. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you in the next one.